Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a game of Marvel Champions. Today, we're lucky enough to have the new box, that's the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. up on OCTGN, so I'm going to be running with that today. But I'm only going to be taking Nick Fury and his pre-con deck with the deck we've had previously. It was Steve Rogers, Captain America's substitute teacher. Let me just make sure I have that up here. That's from Corbin TM, and it is a fantastic deck. I've just been having a ball with it. I put it together in my physical copies, and yeah, just been having an absolute blast with it. So without further ado, let's have a look, see how we're doing with Black Widow. So I'm just taking her on standard here. So that's Black Widow, Villain 2, Scheme 1, Attack, Spy. And then the Forced Interrupt. When a character you control attacks Black Widow, remove one threat from the main scheme, ignoring any crisis icons in play, and discard the top card of the encounter deck and resolve each preparation ability on that card. So yeah, I've been playing a little bit of this obviously offline with my own set, and there's just some great thematic things here with this particular set. Anyway, before I go any further, the contents that we're going to be dealing with: Black Widow 1 and 2 are 2 and 3 for Expert. I'm not going to be doing Expert today with the Black Widow and standard encounter sets, and then the 2 modular encounter sets, which are Aim Abduction and Aim Science. Now, I'd assume that a few of you have already started playing this already, and you will know that the Aim Scientist is just the most painful minion. Every time I've been playing with Aim Science, this dude has just come out on recurrence. So here he is for illustrative purposes. But the setup here: each player searches the encounter deck and the encounter deck for a minion and puts it into play engaged with them. So Steve is after choosing the Aim Commando, and Nick has taken the Aim Scientist. And with that, we'll turn over to the 1B for the Widow's Web. You're tracking the missing S.H.I.E.L.D. specialist to a decommissioned stretch of subway tunnel and discover her kidnapper's base of operations. X is Black Widow's stage number, and if the stage is completed, the players lose the game. We've got a total or a threshold of 20 here. Now, both characters are in Justice, so as we can see here, we'll be seeing a lot of Justice cards come out. That isn't so much on purpose as it's just that I enjoyed this deck an awful lot, and it's just that Nick comes with a pre-con Justice as well. Anyway, did I miss anything else there? I don't think so. So we just have to watch out for Black Widow when we attack her. So an interrupt occurs, so we will attack, the interrupt happens, and we'll do this and then resolve the end of the attack, essentially putting on the damage and such. So we'll go from there. We'll see if we have any luck anyway. So with that, how do I feel with this to begin with? I do rather like all of these, except maybe the shield toss isn't awful. I mean, yeah, I think I might stick with this opening hand for Captain America because, well, let's see now. This costs 3, so I could use these for that. The Steve's Apartment will pull another card for us. We'll then have an energy and something to play with. So yeah, I think I'm okay with this, but maybe doing the shield toss first with these 2 makes the most sense. Then I could put the apartment into play with this. The apartment will draw an extra card, and we'll have 2 to get the shield out. So I'm going to stick with that. Let's have a look with Nick and see what we can do here. So Under Surveillance isn't bad because this is pretty much the last one anyway. Maria Hill and the car are very good too. And I may just lose these 3. So I might get rid of 1, 2, and 3 for now. And we'll see how we do. Hopefully we get some, well, the spray fire is good as well, but maybe not the most pointful. This is fantastic. Intelligence analysis. This has been a savior in quite a few games. So maybe I'm looking at 1, 2 to get this out. These 2 to get Fury's car out. Though maybe Maria Hill might be a better play. Yeah, we'll sit with this for now. So, right, let's go to turn number 1, and we'll start with Captain America. First thing I'm going to do is use the power of justice. Whoops, that was not what I meant. The power of justice to play Steve's apartment. I'll exhaust Steve's apartment to draw a card. And I just realized I forgot I should have done the setup as well to grab the card, my shield. Cards. And it's down at the end there. Let's just grab that. That goes into my hand. Close and shuffle. So yeah, the way that would have ordered, let's say these would have been in my hand. I used the power of justice to get the card out. This would have exhausted. That would have grabbed me the genius. And I would have got the Captain America's shield. So yeah, that's not quite the correct way of doing it, but I don't think it'll affect too much of anything going forward. So let me now maybe use genius to get the shield out. I'm going to flip over to my other side. And from here, I use a shield toss. Maybe I use these 3 to do a concussive blow, confuse an enemy. If you paid for that card using a physical resource, deal 3 damage to that enemy. So I could hit Black Widow. But then again, we do have a forced interrupt coming in, which might be problematic. Instead, we can maybe let Nick do a big attack here. Yeah, let's let Nick do something here. I'll go 1, 2, 3 to play the concussive blow, confuse an enemy. So that's going to be, now this attack is first going to be put towards Black Widow. Now the interrupt occurs, so when a character you control attacks Black Widow, remove 1 threat. So 1 threat is removed from that. And discard the top card of the encounter deck and resolve each preparation ability. So the first card is discarded, and in this case, it's an attack acrobatics, prevent all damage from this attack. In expert mode, deal that much damage to the attacking character. Okay, so we're not in expert mode, so we don't at least need to get hit. But with that done, all damage is avoided, but we do get the confuse on there anyway. So that is that part done. Now, I am rather tempted to try and maybe... I could hit this guy. When engaged player is engaged with another... So this cannot be it. When the engaged player is engaged... yes, yeah, sorry. I mean, I hit for 2. Maybe thwarting is the way to let Nick do it. So I'll thwart for 2 off the main scheme, and I'll use this to ready up. I can do this all day, and then do that again. So I could have done that the other way around to hit the damage, but hey, live and learn. So that is the end of my turn. Now let's go over to Nick and see what he can do. So, what do I like here? I think I'm going to suit up, infiltrate, change. Yeah, I'm going to change to stealth suit first with the infiltrate action. Then I'm going to flip over. And I think we'll get intelligence analysis out, because that's very, very handy. That's like an instant cancellation. Now, I think we might do a spray fire. That is going to cost 3. So what 3 do I use? We'll use 1, 2, 3 maybe. Choose a player. I choose myself. Deal 3 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with that player. The attack gains ranged. So 1, 1, 2, 3 is done here. That does defeat him. And of course, we'll be doing an attack to the villain as well. So, oh no, I just realized because there is nothing on here, she can't do the first part of that. So this card can go back on top. Right, so let's just deal with that. So that is done out of order. I should have actually done it the other way around because I think this is completely after messing up the whole order of things. So that's 3 damage then done to Black Widow. I'll just do it from here. 1, 2, 3. And at least that's avoided. And because I've attacked, that does need to flip to Assault. I can do another 2 as Nick, so we might as well do that, I suppose. No, let me do that the other way around. I can do 2 to Nick from him, and then I can do 3 over here. I think that might be the most efficient way, because I did mess myself up there a small bit going out of order, trying to be smart and stuff, and it did not work. So I'll give myself that advantage. I attacked the scientist first myself to do 2, and then I used the spray to hit these 3, and with that we'll go to the next phase. Now that's putting Nick really in a bad position here in Assault, because technically you should be, I think the best way to play him is like try to build out and take as much damage or as much threat off this as possible, but hey, we'll see. We might be coming back to this anyway after. So villain phase, I'll orchestrate from Captain America's side. We have a shield block, lovely, so we do 1, 2 here. So plus X, where X is Black Widow's stage number. She's on stage 1, so 1 per player. So 2 has gone. No. She's going to attack Cap. And here is the bad card, or the boost card that will be on that. Now I'm tempted to just let that one go through. So it'll be 1 plus 2, 3. That's going to do 3 damage to Captain America. And that's all right. We then retaliate back here, doing 1 damage. And of course, retaliate isn't an attack, so we don't have to do her forced interrupt. Then she is going to attack Nick again. Now, is there anything going on here that we can do? I don't think so. Nick could effectively go down, or Cap could take it, but I think Nick will defend in this instance because he's kind of squishy. So 1 plus another 2, that is 3. I've defended for 2, so I do take 1 damage. Here we go. That's that 1 damage done. And that's fine. Now, bad card. Cap gets the first bad card. Nick gets the second bad card. First bad card is the night vision goggles. It is an item. It attaches to Black Widow. Each encounter card without a printed preparation ability gains the preparation, prevent all damage from this attack, and then discard night vision goggles. Okay, so we'll put this out and we'll just say that is attached to her there. And then Nick is dealing with a nabbed treachery. When revealed, if Abduct Superhumans is not in play, find it and put it in play. Discard cards from the top of your deck until an ally is discarded, and tuck it under Abduct Superhumans. Place threat here equal to that. Place threat equal to that ally's cost, and 1 acceleration token on Abduct Superhumans. Okay, so that absolutely sucks. So I think we will use Nick's Interrupt in this instance. So when this is the intelligence analysis, when you reveal a treachery, that is a treachery. Oh, I can't because I have nothing on my suit. All right, so we've been outplayed by that. So I do have to get superhumans, abduct superhumans into play. So I'll do this from Captain America's side as he has control. So look at all cards. Abduct superhumans. Here we go. That gets close and shuffle. This comes into play. Discard cards from the top of your deck until an ally, and then force interrupt, surge when defeated. Right. So let's go back to Nick now and finish off that part. Discard until we get an ally. 1. Here it is. Quake, the first ally that we get. Page down. We'll just drop. That's fine. Superhumans place threat equal to that ally's cost. Quake would cost us 2. So from Cap's side, this would go up another 2. And place threat here equal to that ally's cost. And 1 acceleration token. So let's put an acceleration token on here as well. Now this, force interrupt when an ally leaves play, tuck it under here and place a threat here equal to its cost, then place 1 acceleration token here. When defeated, put each ally tucked under here into play under its owner's control. Alright, so I think we're good to go. That was bad. That was pretty bad. But I think we're doing okay. Let's end the turn and go to turn 2. Hero phase. Nick, what can you do from here? Do you have anything that you can do? Because it doesn't look like you do. Alright. I mean, we could go, I think it's build out time for Nick, really. I go 1, 2 to get the car out. And then I use the under surveillance to bring this out. Then I'm going to flip down. I'm going to flip my suit over to stealth form for the infiltrate action. Then I'm going to exhaust this to place 1 threat on the suit. Alright, yeah, that'll, well actually no, let's see if we can maybe use the actual tokens. Is it here? Let me see now, F1. And here it is, the threat. Excellent. Alright, so that does that. There's nothing else I can do. I really just need to build out at this point. So let's go back to Cap, see what he can do. Do you have anything here? Well, I suppose you could thwart 2. 1, 2 goes off this. Then I could discard maybe the shield block to ready up. And then take another 2 off of it. 1, 2, done. Then I might flip down. I'll exhaust this to put 1 on to get health and draw a card. And then we might go 1, 2, 3 for Husk. She costs 4, but thankfully the Living Legend reduced the cost of the first ally played each round, so she only costs 3. And with that, we'll actually use Fearless Determination to put a mission training on her as well. So Husk is in now with 3. So we could effectively use Husk to take another 2 off of this. That gets rid of that particular one. And Quake goes into play for Nick. So I think we're back on form now. So when defeated, put each ally tucked here into play under its owner's control. Alright, I think that's okay. So with that done, I think that's the end of the turn. Now we are we'll have to see how we go. We shouldn't see too much threading out here, I hope. So part 1, 2 goes onto this. She would activate for Nick, but is confused, so we get rid of that confused. And then she'll activate again for Captain America. Excuse me, it'll be 1, 2, and 3, plus a boost here. No boost, so that's just putting 3 onto the Widow's Web. Then we get our bad cards. The first bad card goes to Nick. Second bad card goes to Captain America. So Nick is dealing with Covert Ops. It's a treachery. When revealed, you are confused, and then Black Widow schemes again. Now I do believe I can actually use this now. When you reveal a treachery, discard Intelligence Analysis and remove 1 threat from your suit, form, upgrade, and cancel the effects of the treachery and discard it. So as Nick, we will reduce that by 1 and then discard this in order to discard that. So let's just do that here. Done. And then Cap, what are you dealing with? You have a stun net. It is attached to your identity. Attached character cannot attack. And then exhaust a character you control to discard this card, any player may trigger this ability. Okay, that's all right. So with that, let's go to turn number 3, starting with Steve. Now, I mean, we can get Banshee out now, can't we? We get Banshee out for 3. Well, first off, I suppose what we will do is use the apartment, heal for 1, draw a card. Does that change what I want to do? Like, Banshee is good, but I mean, the serum is good too. Like, yeah, I think I'm going to go 1 and 2. So that is the support and the shield toss to get the super serum into play. Then I'm going to use the super serum and the power of justice to bring Banshee in. Right, I am going to exhaust Banshee, I think, to discard the net. And then I'll flip over. Husk is going to thwart here for 3. 1, 2, 3. And then Captain America will thwart for a further 2. I think I might get rid of one of these to take another 2 off of that. And we'll say we're done on that side, and let's go over to Nick and see what's happening here. So Nick, covert ops, we could have done that, but we can't right now. So maybe we're just building out in this instance. I mean, Leo Fitz, he only costs 1, and we could do an alter ego to grab some tech. So yeah, maybe let's do that. I'm going to use the Prism Dust to get Leo Fitz out. Leo Fitz exhausts in alter ego to search your deck for a tech card and add it to your hand. Let's see what we've left in tech. Tech, I have the Fury's Watch, I have the Eye Patch. I think we go with the watch. Close and shuffle, that's fine. Now, I think we will use the safe house to put another threat on this. And, what's the play? Maybe an EM shield to get the watch out. I might go the next 2 to get the secret agent out. And if I stay in this form, yeah, I think we'll flip up to hero. I could attack for 2, but that is going to put me over into action form, or assault form, and I don't really want to do that just yet. So I think I'll stick up and up. Well, actually what I might do is get Quake to do it, because when you attack, so Quake isn't essentially me, so Quake is going to attack for 2, and there's nothing on here, so we don't need to do her response. That will take 2 off. Well, we do though, don't we? Each encounter card. Oh yeah, we can still attack here, because this won't go off because we can't do the preparation, so that is still sitting on her, unfortunately. But let's do the 2. We'd say that is the end of the turn. Go to the next phase of it. Turn 3, villain phase. 2 goes on the main scheme. Then Black Widow is going to attack Captain America. I think I'll take this. Yeah, so it's going to be 1, 2. So I take 2 damage. 1, 2, and of course we retaliate back for 1. That's not entirely awful. And then, of course, this is the bad part here now. She is going to scheme, because we can use this force interrupt. When an enemy would attack you, it schemes instead. And that is going to be 3 plus another one. That's going to be 4. And then when an enemy would attack you, it schemes instead. Place 1 threat from that activation here instead of the main scheme if there are 5 or less threat on this. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. 3 goes on here, and 1 goes on to my. All right, do you know what? Now let me just go 1 here, and then Nick can pull that across, or can we do it from here? There we go. Done. Now bad cards. Captain America gets his first bad card. Nick gets the second bad card. First bad card. It is a grappling hook attached to Black Widow. When a player plays an event card, cancel its effects and discard it. Then discard this card. That's a pretty cool thing, but it is awful when it goes off. And then the next one, cut off guard. Discard an upgrade or a support you control. If no cards were discarded this way, this card can surge. So I think I might get rid of my safe house. Because the other stuff is kind of useful. Whereas, yeah, I think I'll get rid of the safe house. And that's the cut off guard. Done. And with that, now we are into turn number 4. We're going to start with Nick. Now, Nick, what are you going to do? I think the first thing we need to do really is maybe hit Black Widow with Quake. And with doing that, then at least we can kind of get the preparation, get rid of the night goggles. So I think we'll do that first. So Quake is going to attack not night goggles, Black Widow. The interrupt occurs when a character you control attacks Black Widow. Remove 1 threat from the main scheme. So that's 5 down to 4. And then discard the top card. The top card in this instance, well, I'll just pull it here for the sake of it. The top card is... There is no preparation on it, but it does get a preparation from the night vision goggles. Prevent all damage from the attack and then discard night vision goggles. So that's not entirely awful. This is discarded with that preparation. No damage is done. And of course, Quake would take consequential anyway. And she's gone from play. Now, what am I going to do next? I think I'm going to thwart the main scheme. Right? So 1 goes off the main scheme. And after Nick Fury makes a basic thwart, place 1 threat on your suit form. So that would get rid of one of those, and it technically doesn't do that. Right? 1 doesn't go from here to there. It comes from the main pool as far as I understand, but in this instance there is no difference of it. The 2 go in there and then 1 will go out. Right? So that's okay. Now, I mean, already up and getting this down to 0 to let some attacks go through might be the play. But what I'm also going to do is get a practice plan out there. And maybe, well, let's use the car. Exhaust the car, remove 1 of these, and that readies me up, and I get aerial. And then I'll thwart for another 2 off of this, so 1 is gone, and then, of course, 1 goes onto there. Now, what is the play? I think we do have to get the eye patch camera out. So I'll get rid of Super Spies and I'll get rid of Informant to get the camera. And that's a preparation as well. So I've got a couple of cool preparations here, and the Secret Agent does some great stuff with that too. So with that done, let's go over to Cap, see what's going on. Cap can do some serious work here. So now we do want to play a Heroic Strike, and at least, oh, we don't, do we? Because that will be an event. But maybe that is what we do. Maybe we get the event played. Maybe we do that next turn. We could just start punching, because she's got nothing here. So we could go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and that is, she's on 3, and she does have 2 additional hit points. That's good. And then Banshee will do another 2 there as well. Now, maybe Dazzler. I get Dazzler out. I could flip down. Yeah, I'm going to flip down. Right, Dazzler is now 3. Well, before I do that, I'll get rid of this. Not get rid of it. Exhaust it to do some stuff. Okay, that's good. That's good. Now, Dazzler costs 3, so I'll use 1 here, 2, 3. That's Dazzler coming into play. After Dazzler enters play, confuse an enemy. We're going to confuse Black Widow. Now, she does cost 3. So I can't afford her. I can't afford any of these. So maybe... No, we'll say that's fine. And Dazzler can hit for a further 2. That's all right. Now, I keep Agent 13 because she could come out in the next turn. She can't. She will be replacing one of our 3 guys here. So I might get rid of Agent 13. I might get rid of the Queen Carrier as well. I think, yeah, just getting rid of those to maybe see if we can do any more. Anyway, let's move on. We're on to turn 4 villain phase. So part 1, 2 goes on to the main scheme. Now, she'd activate against Nick, but in this instance, she's confused, so that gets discarded. Then she'll activate for Steve Rogers. She's going to scheme for 2 plus this. And let me just check this eye patch camera. When any amount of threat would be placed on the main scheme, discard eye patch camera to place up to 3 of that threat on your suit. I think we're going to get ready for that. So this is going to be 2 plus another 2. That's going to put 4 here. So I could now discard this as Nick to place up to 3 of that threat here. So 1 will go on here, and then 3 will go onto my suit. So let's do that from Nick's side. To a quantity of 3. Done. Now, this gets discarded. And then, after you resolve the ability of a preparation card you control, move 1 threat from a scheme to your suit form upgrade. So that will move 1 here. And then we could do this preparation. A response after you discard a preparation card you control, discard a practice plan to return that card to your hand from your discard pile. This goes in, this goes in. And of course, after you resolve the ability of a preparation card you control, move 1 threat over. Lovely. That didn't go across, did it? No. There we go. So, that's such a lovely combo. So, that's done. Now, we're building up nicely here to maybe do some wrecking damage shortly. Anyway, that is both activations done. And with that, Nick is getting his first bad card, and Captain America will get the second bad card. Nick is dealing with a Widow's Bite Treachery. When revealed, I am stunned. Take 1 damage or 2 damage instead if you were already stunned. So Nick, over here, has to take 1 damage and a stun. So let's stun and let's take 1 damage. All right, and we will get rid of that. Let's go back to Captain America. Let's see what his card was. It is an aim grunt, a minion, 1 attack, 1 scheme, with guard and 5 hit points. All right, so we have to try and sort this out. Anyway, let's go. We're into turn number 5. Captain America starts us off. Bishop could come out for 2. All right, that's a fairly easy one, but I think maybe we'll use the Danger Room and one of the Super Soldier Serums to get the other Super Soldier Serum into play. Then we could start attacking here. Like, we want to get rid of this guy. I think I know what I'm going to do. Exhaust this to put 1 on me, draw a card. Then I'm going to flip over. I'm going to use Fearless Determination. Then, when a player plays an event card, cancel its effect and discard it. So that will get rid of this. Excellent. Now, how do I do the next bit? Well, I mean, the play really is 1, 2, 3 to play the heroic strike. We do 6 damage to an enemy. No, maybe we don't do that yet. 3 was not 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Maybe I attack first. Oh, I do have to deal with this guy. Well, these guys can clear him. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. So that is the aim grunt disposed of. These guys have not hit their threshold yet. Again, making note that Husk is on 5 hit points. Then we'll do exactly what I was... Well, I'll thwart first to get 1 off of this. Then we'll use exactly what we wanted to do. This, and this to bring out the heroic strike to do 6 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a stun. And of course, that was the physical for that. I'll discard Bishop to ready myself back up, and I will hit for another 2. Excellent. Over to Nick. What can we do here? Might be able to clean house at this point. I think we got the practice plan out for 1 anyway. That works. I could attack to get rid of this. Yeah, I can't really do anything else. So maybe it's a case of getting... The eye patch camera is good. That does get us somewhere. Ooh. Yeah. I think I'll go 1, 2 for the... No, I don't think I will. I think I'll attack first to get rid of the stunned. And I would assume that would put this over, but I don't know if that's the case. Break over when you attack. Change to assault form. So I don't know if that's correct, but I'll do that anyway. Then drop this. Use that to ready up. And I'll be attacking anyway for 2. 1. We'll just take control. 1, 2. That's okay. And then I might go these 4 to get Nick Fury Sr. into play. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Nick Fury Sr. comes into play. After Nick Fury Sr. enters play, choose 1. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Draw 2 cards. Or give a shield character a tough status card. What do we do? I think I'll give myself a tough status. I know I'm going to be... Well, am I going to be taking an attack this turn? I don't think I will. I mean, he'll be taking that attack. I'll draw the 2 cards. 1, 2. Lovely. Now, I think we can start doing something here as well. So, I could use Fury's Watch, exhaust Fury's Watch, remove 2 threat from your suit up to... So I'll remove these 2. 1, 2. And then I'll spend a concentrated fire to get Coulson into play. After Agent Coulson enters play, search your deck and discard pile for a preparation. I know exactly the one I want. Look at all cards. And I want this one. I think that goes into my hand, doesn't it? Yeah. Add it to your hand and then shuffle your deck. Alright, so I'll shuffle my deck even though I didn't look at it. And then I'm obviously going to put that into play as well. So, now what are these guys going to do? Well, I think we'll use Coulson to take the last hit point off. And with that, we'll go to the next villain phase. I'll just confirm that on the Captain America side. Done. Now, let's do this one. Reveal to place 2 threat per person on the main scheme. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, Nick Fury Sr. could effectively do that. And when a character you control attacks Black Widow, remove 1 threat. I think we'll do the damage. Alright, so Nick Fury Sr. is going to attack Black Widow, but before we do that, of course, the response, remove 1 threat from the main scheme. And then let's discard a card and do the preparation. Deal 1 damage to each character you control. Oh, that's not good. 1 here, 1 here, and 1 on me. Oh, that is a horrible, horrible card. So, that is done. But at least we do get to do 2 damage. 1, 2. Right. Now these guys aren't at their threshold yet, but they nearly are. And with that, we'll end the hero phase and go to turn 5's villain phase. So now this escalates. It's on her stage 2 by 2 per player. So 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then she's going to activate against Captain America. She does not because she's stunned. We'll get rid of that. And in this case, she's going to activate against Nick. And because we are no longer in stealth form, we're in assault form, it's going to be an attack. And we'll put Nick Fury Sr. in front of it. The attack is going to be 2 plus another 2. That is 4. That does 2, 3, 4. 4 damage to Nick Sr. So that's okay-ish. And with that then, bad cards. The first bad card is going to be going to Captain America. And the second bad card is going to Fury. Was there anything else here? Yeah, there was no extra draws or anything like that. So part 1, Captain America is dealing with automated defenses with a hinder of 1. So that's now up to 5. Each encounter card without a printed preparation ability gains deal 1 damage to the attacking character. And that's got an acceleration token, not an acceleration, amplify token as well. The next card is the Man Out of Time. Give to the Steve Rogers player. You may flip to alter ego form, choose, right. I think I might be able to get rid of that when you reveal. So that's exactly what I'll do. I'll intelligence analysis this. Remove 1 threat from here. That gets rid of that. And cancel the effects of that treachery. So that's done, I think, yeah. And discard it. So I can discard this and this. Done. Now, where is it? With the secret agent, after you resolve the ability of a preparation card, you control move 1 threat from the scheme from a scheme to your suit. So, which one will I move it from? Well, this is the biggest threat, so maybe we get rid of this first. So 1, that goes there. Then, of course, we'll use the practice plan. After you discard a preparation card you control, discard practice plan to return the card to your hand from your discard pile. So that goes in, that goes down. And then, of course, the secret agent will go off again, grabbing another one for us. Now, I may leave that at 4, and I'll grab one from here. And I think we're okay with that. I think I'm allowed to do that, because I know it would, like, it's on reveal, right? When you reveal a treachery. So that was a treachery. So I don't think me handing it to the Captain America character would happen before that action, right? So it's revealed, bam, it's a treachery, I can do it. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. Anyway, let's continue. So with that, we'll go to turn number 6, and Nick is starting us out. So how do I deal with this? Well, I mean, covert surveillance. We're going to be using both of these, I think. But the intelligence analysis is going out first. Then Coulson, he is going to take 2 from the automated defenses, and he does get defeated. Then I will thwart myself 2. After Nick Fury makes a basic thwart, place 1 threat on your suit form. So I can do that. 1, we'll put that threat on there. That's fine. And that's also defeated. I think I'll then use the car. So just with that, exhaust the car, remove 1 threat. That readies me up. I think I'll thwart again here, 2. So 1 goes off this, and then 1 onto the suit. Now, we're going to put the practice plan out as well again. I think that'll do fine. I think we'll use the intelligence to go for a covert surveillance. Remove 2 threat from the scheme. 2 is off that. If you are in stealth suit, you may place that threat on your suit. I'm not, otherwise I can change to stealth suit. So I'll change back. There. And I think we'll do the same again. Just use a covert, and that'll drop these 2 from here and put them onto the suit itself. 1, 2, and then quantity of 2, done. Now, can I do anything else at this point? I don't think I can. So we'll hand it over to Steve. Let's see what Steve can do now. We do have some things here, right? I mean, we can attack like crazy, right? So I could go... She's going to be defeated by that. She was an ally with a training, so I can't do anything there. So she's going to attack for 2. I could use this mental when she interrupts. No. Let's just do 2. We'll just do the 2 damage. Right, and that does defeat Husk. And we'll go 2 from Dazzler. That does defeat her as well. And I think we'll go 2 from Banshee. And that defeats him as well. So we've cleared house there on that, unfortunately. I will attack for another 2. And I'll discard Float Like a Butterfly to ready up. And I'll attack again for another 2. Then I'll use these 2 and a Game Time to bring out this. This will be 6 damage and a stun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a stun. That's not entirely awful. Now I could stay up. I mean, it is an extra card draw, but I think I'll stay up with the stun. Yeah, because we're okay on this side. We're still on stealth, so that's going to be at least only a kind of a covered what am I trying to say? Scheming action. So with that, let's go to the next phase now. Let's just make sure here, because everyone... Yeah, Nick is going to get a bad card, and I should be okay. So, that's done. On Nick's side, a bad card is coming into play. That will be your first bad card of the turn. Let's go back to Captain America. I'll take control of this again. So first things first, 4 is going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Her stage is 2, and then 2 per player. Then she would attack against Nick. She doesn't. She's going to scheme against Nick. She schemes for 2 plus 2. So that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, of course, she's going to attack Captain America, but she's stunned. That gets rid of that. Then Nick gets a second card. I'll put that down underneath. And then Cap is getting his first card of the round. Now, Nick, what are you dealing with? Let's jump over to the side of the table and deal with these cards. First card is an aim soldier with patrol. When revealed, find the scientist and put it into play engaged with you. If aim scientist did not enter play this way, place 1 threat on the main scheme. So let's look for the scientist. We haven't refreshed, so let me do it from Captain America's side so I don't have to see. I aim scientist. Here you are. You come into play. That's fine. Now, next card. Aim soldier, patrol, find the aim scientist and put it into play engaged with you. If it is already in play, it engages you, right? If aim scientist did not enter play this way, place 1 threat on the main scheme. Now, I'm not sure if that would have went off, but I'm going to rule against myself and say yes, that's going to put 1 threat there. As I think these 3 now, these guys are painful. What is like a spray fire now would have been perfect. But right, we've got these 3 guys to deal with. Let's go over to Captain America. Hopefully something a bit easier. It's an aim abductor. When revealed, talk at the ally you control with most remaining hit points under abduction. Abduct superhumans. Otherwise, place 2 threat on abduct superhumans. If abduct superhumans is not in play, find it and put it into play. So let's grab that next. Abduct superhumans. Here we are. That gets closed. Right. If abduct superhumans is not in play, find it and put it into play. So forced interrupt when an ally leaves play. The surge only happens when it goes out and when defeated. So right, that's okay. with that done, let's now go to turn 7. Captain America is leading the charge. Oh, I would have much preferred a different layout of things here, but right. If we get Chamber in, that's right. We can at least kill him. What does Nick have on the other side? Do we have anything that we can work with? Do you have any of your big attacks? You don't. And, ooh, we're caught between a rock and a hard place here, aren't we? Like, some attack stuff would be much better. Alright, let's do what we can. So, I'm going to go 2, 1, 2. Then I want to discard game time to ready up, and then do the exact same again. 2 damage, 1, 2. That defeats the aim abductor. I'm going to flip down. I'm going to exhaust this, draw a card. Now, I think we could go 1, 2, and a 3 to bring Chamber into play. Right, when the engaged player is engaged with another minion, aim scientist cannot be attacked. So I can't attack him as Chamber. I mean, the wording of that, when the engaged player is engaged with another minion, aim scientist cannot be attacked. Like, if it was only available to him, I would assume by that player. So yeah, he's blocked by these 2 guys. What I could do is 2 damage here. We could hit for 2 again there. Like, the patrol is what's hurting us. Maybe I could use Chamber to try and get rid of some of these. Maybe what I could actually do is use a float like a butterfly to get mission training in, because he is an X-Men character. And then I could thwart 3 from this. And if I'd been a bit smarter about it, I could have probably got the other one, the game time around. But hey, look, we'll go from there. Let's go over to Nick and see what we can do. Right. This costs 3. I could get that into play and then 2 damage to an enemy. So that could get rid of the aim scientist for now. Yeah, the Sky Destroyer. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll use these 3. 1. Oh, let's see now. 1, 2, 3. We'll bring the Sky Destroyer into play. After you play a shield card, well, this is a shield card, exhaust Sky Destroyer, deal 2 damage to an enemy. We might as well deal it to this guy and get rid of him. And it's not an attack, because this is a response. And that kills the scientist, at least. Now, what do I do next? I mean, yeah, I could get Gemma out. And I do have shield, so she does only cost 1. So maybe we use the Fury's Watch and get rid of one of these to bring Gemma into play. That does miss out on an activation by this Sky Destroyer, but it exists anyway for her to be there. Then I'll attack for 2, which is going to flip us over into our assault side. In fact, maybe I'll attack for 3. When you attack, remove up to 3 from here. So I'll remove 1 to boost my attack to 3, hitting this guy. 1, 2, 3, killing him. Then I'll remove one of these and this to ready up. And then I'll attack him. Again, getting rid of one of those. Doing 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. That gets rid of that. Now, I'm going to have to weather an attack. But at least I'm in a better position. But now yeah. Let's move on and see what we can do. That's the end of the turn, really. There's nothing else that I can do. So Captain America has decked out this time. So he is going to get a bad card for this turn, an additional 1. Now, let's go here. 4 goes on the main scheme. 1, 2, 3, 4. That didn't go on yet. Take control. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Now, For Captain America, she's going to scheme. And she schemes for 1, 2. Just 2. 1, 2. That's all right. Then she's going to attack Nick. I think from Nick's side of things, we could just defend. That might be the play. 2. Nothing. 2 to 2. No damage is done. Lovely. Then our bad cards. The first bad card, that will be going to Captain America. And we'll put that underneath the other one. And the second bad card, that is going to Nick here. And bearing in mind, we do have some intelligence analysis as well. And some practiced plan to work with if it does come to that. Captain America, what are the 2 cards you're dealing with? Let's go over to Captain America, do it from here. The first card is, it is Destroy Evidence. Comes in with 6, so that's 2 and then 2 per player. Each other encounter card gains Insight 1. Oh, that's not good. Next encounter card is Nabbed, a Treachery, which gains Insight 1, so 1 is going on the main scheme. And then, of course, if Abduct... Wait a second, did this not... we didn't get our cards, did we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Should have shuffled into the deck, and then you should have got your 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, not sure what happened there. Seems to be a slight error on that thing, but we're okay. Captain America didn't get his cards. Alright, so yeah, I think we're back on top here. If Abduct Superhumans is not in play, find it and put it into play. Discard cards. So, from the top of your deck until we get an ally that goes under Abduct, and then place threat equal to that ally's cost and 1 acceleration token. So, 1, 2, 3. It's going to be Agent 13. Agent 13 is put under the this. 3 goes onto this. And an acceleration token. So that's that done, I think. Right. So we've done everything we needed to do there. Then, of course, this one. Nick, what are you dealing with? You're dealing with this. Please be a treachery. It is a treachery, yes! So we can intelligence analyze this. So 1 goes off the thing, off my card to do this. Cancels the effect of this card. And I can then do Secret Agent, meaning I can grab 1 from, what is it? After you resolve from a scheme, you control, or from a scheme, what one would be the one to do? I mean, the main one is hitting hard, but maybe we'll take it from here. So 1 from this, done. Then I'll be using this to pull that back into my hand, and that'll pull another 1 down here. Done. And with that, I think that's the end of the turn. Cancel the effects of that treachery. Yeah, the effects of that treachery would have been the insight, so at least we can avoid that. Let's go to turn 8, starting with Nick. We'll use the car to get rid of this. Ready us up. I'll take 2 from this, which will get rid of the Abduct Superhumans, and this will go back to Captain America. Right, and then after Agent 13 enters play, remove 2 threat from his game. I assume it's go back into play, is it? Into play, yeah. So she can take, with that, 2 from what? Do we take it from this or this? She has to take it from this, yeah. 2 from that. She's then going to, well, we'll deal with her shortly, because it's not quite her turn yet. So Nick, what are you going to do next? You know, we might need to get the under surveillance out because this is going to pop. Right, well, maybe we get the intelligence back, and I'll use 2 from Fury's Watch, getting rid of 2 here. to generate 2 things, and then we'll get rid of these 1, 2 to get Nick Fury into play senior, and then he will draw us 2 cards. Oh, that's not bad at all, is it? Right. So maybe I'll go 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3 to get Coulson into play. Right. Now Coulson is then going to draw us preparation, and the preparation he draws will probably be the one we just pulled a second ago, the practice plan. So that goes back into my hand, and then we'll play that as well. Okay. Now, are these guys shield? They are shield, right? So after you play a shield card, exhaust this, deal 2 damage to an enemy. That's going to be 2 damage to the boss, and it's not an attack, so we can get away with that. Then Nick Fury will do 2 from here. And Coulson will do 2 from here as well, defeating that. Alright, now what can we do on the other side? Captain America. Agent 13 is going to take 2 off this. And I think we'll have Chamber take 3 off of it. Alright. Now, I am rather tempted to go for a heroic strike. But maybe we'll use this first to draw a card. And Cypher only costs 1. But maybe we'll use game time. Choose an ally with a training, so that's going to be Cypher. Ready that ally. Heal 1 damage. Done. And he will thwart another 3. It's bringing that down to a more reasonable stage. Now, we can get the sonic rifle out. Get the sonic rifle out, and he would draw us a card. We do have a block. So, he only costs 1. We'll exhaust this. That's Cypher into play for the cost of 1 with the Living Legend. Then a flip over, maybe. And I could go 1, 2, 3 for the rifle. That's going to put a confuse out there at least. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go 1, 2, 3 for the rifle to come out. Then I exhaust the rifle, remove a charge counter from it, confuse the enemy. That's confuse. Done. Then Cypher will attack Black Widow, and Black Widow's response will go off, drop 1 off of this, and then do the prep. There is no prep, so that's fine. He does do a damage, and we draw a card. After Cypher attacks and damages a confused enemy, draw 1 card. That's pretty damn good. Right, and now we have to see if we can do this. Exhaust this, this, and this to bring up the heroic strike. Deal 6 damage to her. Now again, she's going to drop 1 off of this. We draw, or we discard a card. And is there a prep? There is. Prevent all damage from this attack. Oh no! So the 6 damage doesn't go on, but the stun does. Alright. Oh, that's yuck. And what do I do? I think I attack. I'm just going to attack for 2. And let's do the same thing again. Dropping 1 off of this. And is there a prep? There is. Place 1 threat on each scheme. There's only 1 there. And she does get hit for 2 at least. Oh, well, at least we've got some things out here. So that's something. No. Let's end the turn. There's nothing else to do. Right. We're good here. Nothing on this side. Nothing on this side. And let's start. 4 goes on the main scheme. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then she's going to attack Nick Fury. And I think Nick Fury... Oh, did I move something? No, I didn't. Nick Fury Sr. would have taken it, but we don't have to. That'll get rid of this. Right. Then she's going to attack Captain America. I think Nick Fury will jump in front of this at least to save some help here. This is going to be 2 plus another 1. That'll do 3 damage to Nick Fury Sr. 1, 2, 3. That does defeat him. Done. Now, Let's deal with the bad cards. First bad card, that's going to be on Nick. Second bad card goes over to Captain America. Nick, what have you got? You have got the Mad Scientist. Let's see what this is. Side scheme, Mad Scientist. Derogatorily referred to as beekeepers, members of advanced idea mechanics, are brilliant but ruthless, seeking world domination through technological power. It has hinder 2 per person, so it comes out with 6. It has each aim minion gains 1 acceleration icon, and it already has an acceleration icon on there too. And then the next card is Black Widow's Gauntlet, attached to Black Widow. She gains Retaliate 1 after a character you control attacks Black Widow. If no preparation ability was resolved, discard this card after resolving the retaliate keyword. Excuse me. So we are now ready. We're into turn number 9, starting with Captain America. So, right. Well, what can we do? Oh yeah, I'm on the wrong side. Excuse me. What can I do? He is X-Force, so I can't use this upgrade for them. I mean, it's got to be... I think we have to just try and get rid of these. So I'll go 1, 2, 3 out of this. Right. There's 3 left. I think Agent 13 will do another 2. And then Cypher will take the last one off that. And Cypher is defeated by that. Right. And this is gone as well. Now, this isn't a... Exhaust Sonic Rifle, remove 1 charge counter from it, confuse an enemy, or deal 3 damage to an enemy that's already confused. That's not an attack, so maybe we do that. Do this. That will do 1, 2, 3. And it's not an attack, so that's alright. Oh, I think I have to use this. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. 1, 2. I'll use the mission training for the other part. So that's going to be 3 for this. Deal 6 damage to an enemy. Let's now, first off, remove 1 from this to do her response. Preparation? No preparation. Fantastic. So we do 6 damage and a stun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a stun. And of course the retaliate would have gone off and hit us. But she is defeated at that point. Oh, that had me worried there. So with that done, what else could we have done? We could have done 2 more damage here. From this would have been out of play. Oh, what's going on? That would have went off. We could have done 2 more damage. That would have dropped this. We would have got another 1 out there. That wouldn't have had a preparation on there either, so we would have been doing 2 extra damage. What could we have done over here? Could Nick have done anything? I could have discarded a card to ready up and then done another 2 damage. That would drop this guy. And do we have a prep? We probably do. Deal 1 damage to each character you control. So I take another damage here. Another damage here. That gets rid of Agent 13. Alright, I could flip down. I could exhaust this. Draw a card, go up by 1. Oh, look at that. We've got Banshee coming in. 2-2. Banshee comes in and Banshee hits for another, let's say, 2. And that would have dropped another 1 off of this. The prep card would have been what? Place 1 threat on each scheme. 1 would have went on there and then 2 further. That's all right. Yeah, I think we had a pretty cleanly beat here. Yeah, we could have done some fancy stuff over here. I could have hit for another 2, readied up for another 2. So we could have got a concentrated fire out. That would have done 7 damage. I think we had a pretty nicely beat. So with that, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Might try to get a few more of these Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Scenarios over the next couple of weeks. And yeah, outside that, guys, hope you enjoyed it. And talk to you in the next one. Take care of yourself, and bye-bye for now.